What's happening around the world? It's time for another serving of News Bites.
最近国内外发生哪些大事？午餐搭配 ICT News Bites， 慢慢的一口接一口吸收最新时事和趣闻。
Hi there, and welcome to a new episode of News Bites. I'm Nancy Sun.
And I'm Hope Go.
In today's news, a different kind of race.
A different kind of camel rider.
And one of the coolest streets in the world.
All that and more, coming up next.
Top of Taiwan.
疯狂有趣的西拉雅趣飞车 Off to the races at the Soraya Go Soapbox Derby.
Tainan is hosting a special race. One part of the race is just for children, and the children must build their own cars.
The Soraya Go Cree Car Soapbox Derby will take place November 6th.
A soapbox derby is a fun race that gets a bit crazy sometimes. Racers must drive a car that they made themselves.
These cars do not have an engine, 引擎, and most of the time, only one person can sit in the car. The racers drive their homemade car down a downhill racetrack, 赛道.
This year is the 9th year the Soraya Go Cree Car race has been held. The race for adults will take place on November 6th at the Tso Ma Lai Farm in Danei District.
Racers start at the top of a ramp, 坡道. They will also face many challenges. There are jumps on the track, and there's even a parking challenge at the end. There's also a race for kids aged 6 to 12. That race will be held in October. 10月还有趣味造车暖身赛，让6至12岁的小朋友打造无动力小车。
Going global.
骑师成立杜拜骑骆驼学校。Women lead Dubai's first camel riding school. The United Arab Emirates, UAE for short, is a country in the Middle East. 阿拉伯联合大公国是中东7个大公国组成的国家。
When you think of the Middle East, what do you see? Tall cities, dry desert, and maybe camels, 骆驼.
Camel riding is a big part of the UAE. People sometimes ride camels to get around, and it's a big part of UAE culture.
But here's something that might surprise you. The UAE just got its first school for camel riding.
Last month, the Arabian Desert Camel Riding Center got its official license, 执照. And here's another surprise. One of the people who started the school is a woman.
The UAE has lots of traditions, 传统, for women and men.
For example, most of the time, only men ride camels. A woman can work, but only if a male guardian, 男性监护人, like her father or husband, gives permission, 同意.
This is why it's surprising that the camel riding school was started by a woman.
30-year-old Linda Krockenberger comes from Germany. She moved to the UAE in 2015 for work. Linda wanted to try riding camels, but she couldn't find someone to teach her.
She says some said they would teach her, but only if they ride at night in the dark. Some even asked her to dress like a boy.
Finally, she found an Emirati man who would teach her. 52-year-old Obaid Al-Falasi has worked with camels all his life. And together, Linda and Obaid decided to open a camel riding school. Linda 是阿拉伯沙漠骑骆驼中心的共同创办人。And the school would teach anyone who wanted to learn. Linda says the licensed school is the only way women can ride camels. Otherwise, 否则 women riding camels would not be acceptable, 不可接受的 in UAE culture.
Now, Linda says the school has around 30 students. She says most of them are women. And the women have even formed the UAE's first women's camel racing team.
Today's feature.
全球最酷街道，台北永康街夺第4名。Taipei Street named 4th coolest in the world.
A street in Taiwan has been named one of the coolest streets in the world.
A company called Time Out asked 20,000 people around the world this question. What is the coolest street in your city? 文化通讯周刊 Time Out 用问卷调查的方式问了世界各地的居民，你所在城市最酷的街道是哪条
？33 streets around the world are on the list, and Taipei's Yongkang Street, Yongkangjie, was listed as number 4.
The recap.
So, in today's News Bites, Tainan is hosting the Soraya Go Cree Car Soapbox Derby on November 6th. A soapbox derby is a fun race that gets a bit crazy sometimes. Racers must drive a car that they made themselves.
The UAE just got its first school for camel riding. Last month, the Arabian Desert Camel Riding Center got its official license. One of the people who started the school is a woman.
And a company called Time Out asked 20,000 people around the world, what is the coolest street in your city? And it came up with a list of 33 coolest streets around the world. Taipei's Yongkang Street was listed as number 4. And that's today's episode of News Bites. This week, we want you to have your say about being a space explorer. Going out into space is a dream for many people. The idea of going to other planets might seem really exciting to some people, but it might seem scary and dangerous to others. If you were asked to volunteer to go out into space and explore another planet, would you go? Record your message and send it to Newsbites, NEWSBITES @icrt.com.tw with your name and age, and if you'd like, the name of your school. Make sure to send us your recording by Thursday at noon, and you might hear your message on our show on Friday.
ICRT 与教育部国民及学前教育署下次继续和您聊新闻。ICRT App 和网站也能重复收听。
More local and international news next time on News Bites. Brought to you by the K-12 Education Administration. Find past episodes available on the ICRT website and app.